welcome back to another morning word. Thanks for joining us. For those new to this is where I share a couple minute video, really just sharing from my own personal Bible study. Why? Because I want to see your life go from here to here. And the reason I say this is because God left us this promise. He says, I come to give you life and life more abundant. And he also left a blueprint of how we do that. He says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And if we can think like God, there is nothing that we can't achieve. There is no valley that we can't come through and no mountaintop that we can't get to. Okay, that's the truth, because there is nothing that's impossible for God. And if we can become more like God in our thinking, that means there is nothing that is impossible for us too. So let's really get into this. We're going to be reading from the book of Judges, okay, which is the 7th book of the Bible, and we're reading from chapter 11, verse 2, and it reads this: Gilead's wives also bore him sons, and when they were grown up, they drove Jephthah away. You are not going to get any inheritance in our family, they said, because you are the son of another woman. We're going to call this morning's word rejected but still loved. Now, what you have to understand in the story, if you've been following obviously the morning words in order, is that Jephthah was rejected by his half brothers. His own family rejected him for something that he hadn't even done. He didn't ask, okay, to be born of a prostitute. He didn't ask to be born by a father who had a mistress. He didn't ask for any of that. So not only was he rejected for something he hadn't done, it was unfair rejection. He had unfair rejection. But here's the crazy thing. God still loved him. So even though it would have felt to him at the time, his whole world, his family had rejected him, okay, there was one person in his corner, okay, that he could always depend on, and that was God. And God says, because I love you, I'm going to do something amazing in you, even if the whole world doesn't see how great you are. Now, today you may be facing rejection. Today, maybe your partner has rejected you, your wife, your husband, okay, your kids, your friends, your work colleagues, your community. It could be a myriad of people who have rejected you. But even if everybody rejects you, even if the whole world rejects you, I want you to hold on to one thing, knowing that God does not reject you. God is calling you in and says, I've got you, I love you, even if the world doesn't. And even if the world rejects you, I can still, okay, do something amazing. You understand this? And this just came to me. The world rejected Jesus, a perfect man. So don't be surprised that one day somebody will reject you. So here's the lesson. Here's the question of the morning. The question of the morning is this: are you feeling rejected? Are you this morning feeling rejected? Here's the lesson of the day. At some point in your life, you will face rejection. Remember, if the whole world rejects you, you are still loved by God. I want you to hold on to that. You're still loved by God. Now, God is always there for us to turn to. He's just waiting for you to turn to him. If no one else is there, he'll be there. Also, rejection doesn't define you. I want you to hear this. Rejection by people does not define who you are. You are still great, and you were still born to do great things, just like what we heard in this story, that this guy was rejected by his own family, but God was still going to use him to do great things. So that really leads to the action of the day. The action of the day is this: if people reject you, know and remember God still loves you. But also remember that rejection doesn't mean that you're not great. It just means that you've got to find a different crowd to hang around with. All right? So God bless you. I really pray that encourages someone who's feeling rejected today, okay, to be encouraged that you're not alone and somebody's dying to be around you. All right? Dying to see you be successful, and it's calling you in. So as we always say with Gen Hope, God's gift to us is life. What we do with that life is our gift back to God. God bless you. Please share this with one person. I don't mean sharing the video. You can do that, and that's a blessing. But share the principle, okay? That you may know someone who's feeling rejected right now. Let them know they're not rejected. Let them know that you love them. Because listen, I really believe if we can change the mindset of one person, we can change a community. And if we can change a community, my friends, we can change the world. God bless you, and see you soon for another morning word.